The first season of Ahsoka came out almost a year and a half ago, and I remember how it divided Star Wars fans into two camps. Actually, as always, it has its advantages and disadvantages, but it definitely attracted the attention of the audience and thundered all over the world. The funny thing is, Ahsoka herself, although she plays the main role in the series, is clearly inferior to the minor characters, which are much more interesting to follow. The ending of the series was set in such a way that the continuation was obvious, but Lucasfilm did not give the green light to Dave Filoni and his team for a long time, although they expected a sequel from the very beginning. Nevertheless, the second season was officially announced a year ago, and filming should already begin in the summer of 2025. Time flies so fast, but I wouldn't have shot this video if there hadn't been a lot of big news recently. As well-known journalist Daniel Richtman, who always gives reliable insights on Star Wars, found out, Lucasfilm is working on the second season of Ahsoka as a full-fledged finale. They describe it precisely as the grand completion of Ahsoka Tano's path, after which, if she appears, then only as a minor character in other projects. The team is pretty sure that there won't be a third season. Of course, as always, they hope that the bosses of Lucasfilm will approve the sequel to make a full-fledged serial trilogy, but the situation is such that there will most likely be no continuation, so they have thought everything out so that the second season leaves no questions and hints for the future. It is also noted that Ahsoka Tano herself will appear in the upcoming film Mandalorian and Grogu, which is scheduled to premiere on May 22, 2025. The second season of Ahsoka will be a prequel to the film from Dave Filoni, so that all plot holes will be closed before the big battle with Grand Admiral Thrawn. And yet, the series will be the same full-fledged conclusion of the Clone Wars and the Rebels. The premiere will take place no earlier than spring or summer 2026. That is, the second season should be released after the film Mandalorian and Grogu. But if its premiere takes place earlier and Ahsoka appears there, then how would this happen if Ahsoka herself is currently stuck in another galaxy along with Sabine, Baylan, and Shin? It's very strange. I don't want her to come back in the middle of the movie as suddenly and pointlessly as Grogu returned in Book of Boba Fett. Ahsoka will also appear in that very movie from Dave Filoni. Damn, I'll add a little bit from myself. Lucasfilm named this movie already somehow because it's supposed to be the biggest episode of Star Wars in recent years, and we still don't have a normal title. That's why your Dave Filoni movie doesn't tell the common people anything, so every time you have to explain what it is in general. As for the second season of Ahsoka, which should be the final one, I can say that I am glad to hear this news. Of course, I liked how we were shown the Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker for a short time, as well as I liked seeing the famous heroes from the Rebel series, but I don't like that there have been too many Ahsoka in Star Wars lately. We have a fictional universe with a huge number of interesting characters. However, Dave Filoni, for whom Ahsoka is the most important character, continues to shove her into all new projects, even those where she shouldn't be at all. Well, it's true that Ahsoka takes up too much screen time that could have been allocated to other characters. Besides, how else can Ahsoka be revealed in new stories? No way. She had hit the ceiling as a person, reached the limit. There was simply nowhere to grow further, and she was tired of constantly remembering Anakin and stirring up the past too. You can think of something more interesting. For example, according to the same Richtman, the second season of the series will be more devoted to minor characters, Baylan, Shin, Force wielders, and others, and this is very good. I also want to look at the completion of the history of the Mortis family, as well as once again see the ghost of Anakin Skywalker's power. Then Ahsoka should let the rest of the Star Wars heroes open up. Let the second season become the finale. It's time to move on. But I don't think Filoni will let Ahsoka go into the shadows so easily. She's one of great importance to him, so I'm sure he will definitely find a way to show her on the screen again. For example, in his big movie about the battle with Grand Admiral Thrawn, Ahsoka will play a decisive role in any case. But I would like the most significant role to go to Luke Skywalker. We are dealing not just with the returned Thrawn, but with an entire army of zombie and dangerous Dathomir witches whom he brought with him. This is probably the biggest threat to a galaxy far, far away since the Old Republic. Just imagine how much disturbance Luke will feel in the Force, and I'm sure that a normal Skywalker Jr. will not be able to stay away and will respond to the call for help. Luke and Ahsoka side by side against Thrawn and his army of crazy dead stormtroopers, that would be great. So we are waiting for the filming of the second season to begin. Then more interesting details about the series will be known. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel, write your opinion in the comments, and like if the video was interesting to you. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon.